BD wants to know if these penalties are getting cleaned up in these scrimmages.
That's a good question. It's hard to say. I mean, if you're not there watching them, but I have to think they are because it hasn't been mentioned as a problem. And, just after seeing, I mean, a lot of these penalties that we're talking about have been plagued by, the offensive line has been guilty of most of those. And for everything I've heard, I mean, a lot of it's been cleaned up. And Donovan Raiola, you have to take your hat off for him because his attitude and like I mentioned last week, after seeing him in person during practice like that, just such a good motivator and such a fundamental coach. And to me, I mean, I love Greg Austin. He's a former Husker and all, but tell you the truth, you never could really hear him getting after the guys. Now you got Donovan Raiola out there, and it's an NFL mentality, and there's F-bombs being dropped left and right. And it's a completely different attitude. And so I've got to figure that if you're going to go in there and make mistakes, you're getting yanked right out of there, and you're going to sit down. So, and on top of that, with Bill Bush, they're running the special teams now. This guy is, I mean, if you've never met him or been around him, put that on your bucket list because this guy is 150% energy all the time. And he was the most fired up guy today in the whole house because it was raining this morning. And so he got his special teams out there playing around in the slop a little bit. And he comes out the door first from anybody and just starts spouting off, "Hey, what's everybody doing? Get over here!" And I mean, just hilarious. And so he's got that special teams unit, I think, cranking on all cylinders, and which in turn, and we heard from Tommy Bleakroad today as well, a punter that we hadn't heard from for a while, and he's super confident now. Admitted he didn't have a very good spring, but his fall has been really good. And he's a guy that craves the kick in the rain as well. And but we talked to some other guys that there's so many guys now that are playing on special teams, like frontline players and stuff. That I think obviously, and with your punter and a kicker that can make kicks and stuff, I think there's going to be a big difference. And then you got some big time playmakers back there in the return game. So I think, it's obvious that Nebraska has struggled with special teams and it's cost them games. I mean, obviously 2-3 games it cost them last year. And if you fix that, I think things look really good.